Drug culture puts a negative view on glassblowing, but Trevor Buchholz is living proof that glassblowing is an art that can save and change lives.
My name is Trevor Buchholz, and you can find us at TNT Glass. I guess it was like 1997 in Arcata. I walked into my brother's garage and he was blowing glass. I was like probably 12 or 13 at the time. And he just kept working, and I was like, "Can I watch?" He's like, "Yeah." So I watched him for about a half hour. I stayed in school while I was blowing glass for a couple of years. And then I dropped out and got my GED within that same month that I dropped out. And so I was ready just to go to work as a glass blower. I knew I wanted to do it right then. That year I started making all my bills and pretty much covering stuff. And each year that went by I was able to do it. Anything you make with your hands, ever, when you can hold a tangible item in your hand, sell it or keep it for yourself, it makes it that much more real. And doing hands-on work makes it feel honest, you know? They say if it's honest, it's twice as hard. So when you get to do something like glass blowing, it'll change your life. I do it because I want to do it. I also remember like the thought of back in the day being like, I can build pipes and sell them before I ever blew glass. I seen them around and they were just profitable and there's stores everywhere and it seemed to be what was in. Even before my parents grew up here, you know, it was it. Here there's a lot of consumers for functional glass, so it kind of drives it away from the art, but there's so much artistic we put into the glass pipes that, you know, it's kind of hard to separate the two now. The glass that we're making isn't always for herbs or anything like that. There's like oil lamps and stuff like that, or like beeswax dispensers, all of that stuff, you know. Well, what's crazy is like, okay, the art that I do and the glass that I do are two separate things, you know, like the functional pieces and the non-functional, but because I pop a bowl in a hole, I can be arrested. Because, federally, you know.
Yeah.
That's what they say. They'll straight up act like it's a gnarly crime and kick the doors in, you know. When I could put an angel on that same piece and somebody else might look at it as just art. Those same people that give me the negativity like, oh, you only make drug paraphernalia and there's got to be a better way to do this. I'll come back with them and be like, yeah, well, these are the dolphins I make. They won't purchase one. They will never purchase any art thing from me ever. They're only there to say something negative. There's a lot of stigma around, you know, it being a piece of glass or a paraphernalia pipe or whatever somebody might call it. More and more people are liking the art glass that is pipes than are buying art glass that isn't. So I steer towards that. It not only changed my life, but several people's lives for the better. Each one of them. I mean, even if they just took it as a life skill, like learning to weld. You learn to weld, you know, you're not going to forget that later on down the line. You're going to be able to do it your whole life.